So Anila can't take care of her damn kids, and the Sajas piss off the Harrises. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Cynthia, aka CFlow. Today, we're going to talk about Married to Medicine, Season 9, Episode 4, Party Foul. And it was a little foul, to say the least. So, we start off the episode with a continuation of the intervention. Dr. Heavenly tells Simone that she's a flip flopper and that she was in on it with Toya and who else did she say? And Contessa. And she leaves. She also says that she feels hurt and betrayed. The rest of the girls discuss how that went totally wrong and that the message that they were trying to convey to Dr. Heavenly just didn't hit at all. Was not a, and that the intervention was not effective at all. So we see Contessa child taking off her makeup. She's just in her bedroom. She closed the bedroom door. She just done. She's over it. Jackie meets Heavenly outside and tries to calm her down. Heavenly says she ain't going back in there and that she thought that the intervention was unacceptable and she feels like she needs time. Simone and Quai get into it about how they handle when Heavenly says something negative about them and their relationships. And then Simone says this whole I'm in America and I can decide who I am friends with or whatever. So, I mean, that lightened the mood, but I was just like, where'd that come from? And then basically Quad kind of says, I think it was in her confessional, or she actually may have talked to Dr. Jackie about this. Says that why do you treat your friends like they're your enemies? Jackie basically tells her, I think it was her, Lord, my brain, that Heavenly talks about her husband and she doesn't let it bother her. Like it doesn't bother her because it doesn't mean anything. It was funny. So everyone was trying to leave, but Heavenly was blocking the way for everyone to leave because she apparently didn't know how to unlock her door. How you not know how to unlock your car door? I'm sure you've driven that car before. So I thought that was accidentally on purpose. And then Jackie goes and checks on Contessa in her room. I'm telling you, Contessa had on her PJs, okay? She was over it, had her glasses on and everything. And she was basically telling Dr. Jackie that she cannot believe that she was laughing. That little hyena laugh that she has, which is true. So Contessa was just very displeased about how everything turned out and how Heavenly doesn't seem to get it. That was basically it for the end of the intervention. Toya visits Simone at her office and they discuss the intervention, of course. And they mentioned that the energy turned south or negative once Anila arrived to the intervention. And then production shows something that we didn't see, that Anila kind of gave Heavenly a little heads up when they were in the theater room, saying, she said something to the effect of, watch out because you're about to get it or something like that. I don't even know if Heavenly paid attention to that. Let's see. Simone said that Anila, Quad, and Jackie kisses Heavenly's ass. And that Heavenly never speaks about her business or her relationships. And so that because she likes to talk about other people's business. Now, I agree that she and Damon are not transparent about issues that they have. And I know their marriage is not perfect. I know they got some issues. So it is kind of unfair that everyone else is being transparent about what's going on in their relationships, and Dr. Heavenly and Damon does not. Anila and Heavenly meets up. Heavenly says that she was laughing during the intervention because she could not believe they were doing this to her, and she wishes Contessa would have called her and they could have handled it one on one. Heavenly then proceeds to gossip about Toya to Anila and says that Eugene told some people, we don't know who these people are, that Toya was the worst mistake of his life. Now, if this is true, that's kind of effed up. like, Toya, what you gonna do when you see this? Like, are you gonna talk to Eugene about that? That's just kind of, ooh, I don't know how I would handle that. I don't know. That's kind of rough. Anila said that Quad had her back, but Quad was not happy about Heavenly talking about her sleeping with a married man, and that she basically says like handle Quad with kid gloves and be nice to her, whatever. Heavenly tells Anila, well, the rumors are out there that some woman is telling everybody. Anila asks her, who the F is it? And Dr. Heavenly gives Anila a name. Now, production asterisks out the name, but that was kind of shady. There was a nice little scene where Contessa was in her office. She talks about how Scott loves having their own business now. There was an ex-pro football player that she was examining. He talked about some of the memory loss issues. She tells him to challenge his brain and exercise, and she just kind of talks about CTE and how it affects pro players. So, I mean, they always try and educate us a little bit. Now, Anila can't raise her damn kid, girl. She is having a breakdown because she can't handle her kids. The little boy, forgot his name, is cute as a button, but was having a cow. She claims her life is crazy since Miss Gomez is gone. She lays out her day. Her day seems pretty easy. Girl, take care of your damn kids. Next. Dr. Heavenly, they show Dr. Heavenly getting ready for the Halloween costume party that Simone and Cecil are having. And then she tells Daddy, aka Dr. Damon, that how the girls ambushed her, and she cries and says she's sad. Damon says that she's a leader and she needs to be respectful. Then he goes into this whole discussion, or I don't know what the hell he was talking about women need to be docile in a way, is what he was trying to say, and that men are aggressive. And I was like, what the hell are you trying to say? Anyway, I digress. It was nonsense. So then we get to the party, costume party. Scott shows up, but Contessa skips the party. She says that she is out of town, but she is really studying for a test. And I don't even know if she's studying for a test. She just didn't want to, she wasn't here for the shits. So she wasn't trying to see Dr. Heavenly and just get into all that drama. The Sajaa, well, Toya and Eugene show up as Beyonce and Jay-Z. And the costumes were kind of eh. But the Sajas show up in a freaking U-Haul, honey. This is where it gets good. Mocking Toya and Eugene moving all the goddamn time. But y'all do be moving all the goddamn time. I thought it was funny. I thought it was clever. It was reminiscent of Real Housewives of Atlanta when Nene showed up as an exterminator and Greg was a bug. And that was to address Kim Zolciak's daughter filming like these bugs in Nene's bathroom. Classic. So it was reminiscent of that a little bit. Toya lets Anila know that she don't understand why you all in my business. I'm all in your head. And then she she tells her, it's one thing that you and I get into it. This is what Toya is telling Anila. But to bring my husband to it is not cool because Eugene was obviously upset. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him. Well, I've seen him upset before. I don't remember what episode that was or what season, but he was episode about some stuff. Kieran says that so Kieran shows up when Eugene is talking to the other guys about how pissed off he was. Cecil says that he thought it was funny. I thought it was funny too. And Kieran comes over and says something to the fact, well, I thought we were cool. And then Eugene's like, well, we're not cool. We have a problem now. Kieran says he's funny. He's sorry. He didn't say that this time. He just kind of, I think he sort of said he was sorry, but not really. It was just kind of a weird thing. Let's see. Eugene is so upset that he says he's leaving. He is grabbing Toya to leave. But then they decide to stay and tell Simone and Cecil as long as they stay away from the Sajas, aka Kieran and Neela, they will stay. Heavenly pulls Quad to the side and apologizes for what she said on YouTube about her. Quad accepts the apology, but in the confessional, Quad says next time she will have to dissolve the friendship, okay? If you do something like that. And lastly, the guys meet at an axe throwing place. They discuss the U-Haul costume. Again, Cecil said that he thought it was funny. Then Cecil also says that a friend should apologize if another friend is offended. Kieran shows up while they're having this discussion and it gets quiet. You could hear a pin drop. Eugene tells Kieran he was offended. Kieran said, I apologize if you were offended, but I still thought that ish was funny. Kieran says, he's like, that's not funny. They're going back and forth. And Kieran starts bucking up, talking about he will be the dullest MF here if he needs to be. To which Eugene somehow interprets that into him calling in the MF. He's like, you got one more time to call me an MF. I don't know how he interpreted that. Maybe he just heard the MF and everything that before that he didn't hear. But it looks like next week they you know, about to set it off. So that's pretty much it. That was pretty quick because it wasn't, it was a good episode, but not a great episode. Okay, that's about it. So you tell me in the comments what you think. Did you think that the Saja's U-Haul costume was funny? I thought it was funny. Do you think Eugene is taking it a little too far? Like he needs to lighten up a little bit? And do you think that Anila needs to take care of her damn kids? Let me know down in the comments. But that's pretty much it. So please subscribe to my channel. Please hit that like button for this video. Until next time, peace.